Hello friends, this is the next video for the chemical reactions and equations. So let's start with the characteristics of chemical reactions which we have discussed in the part 1. So we are discussing the characteristics of chemical reaction. Okay, so first part we are going to discuss. We have already discussed the 5 parts. There is a 5 things that we need to discuss. First one, there is the evolution of gas. So evolution of gas we are going to discuss. This topic we are going to discuss what kind of chemical reaction we have. So let's start with this. What is the evolution of gas? There is the activity, you can say, take zinc gas. First take Zn zinc granules in a test tube. Then you need to add HCl, that is hydrochloric acid. That is, you can add the dilute sulfuric acid over the zinc granules, and you will see that the bubbles of hydrogen gas being formed around the zinc granules. So let's put the reactions and what will happen. Zinc granules, and we are putting HCl, that is sulfuric acid or hydrochloric acid, you can say. This is hydrochloric acid, okay, and zinc granules. What is the formation of that? ZnCl2 plus hydrogen gas is released. So there is chlorine 2, zinc is 1, hydrogen is 2. Okay, so we will put 2HCl. Okay, so here we have discussed evolution of gas. Evolution of gas. So here is the gas is evolved. So this is one reaction in which gas is involved if we put zinc granules and hydrochloric acid, and this is the reaction that we can use as example. You can explain, like if someone says like the characteristics of chemical reactions, if the evolution of gas is there, so you need to add this reaction, like in this reaction evolution of gas is formed. Okay, we can take another example also, that is sodium carbonate plus HCl. Okay, so here what we are going to form, that is sodium chloride plus CO2, that is again a gas that is also released, and there is H2O. So this is the reaction when sodium carbonate with hydrochloric acid, NaCl plus CO2 and H2O. Here also evolution of carbon dioxide is there. So these two kind of reaction you can add for the evolution of gas. So let's start with another reaction, that is called the formation of precipitates. Second we have formation of precipitates. Okay, so let's start how we can make the formation of precipitates. So there is a reaction, that is, you need to find out what is the name of that, that is lead, right? Potassium iodide solution, potassium iodide is added to a solution of lead nitrate. Okay, then what will form? Yellow precipitates. Yellow precipitates of lead iodide is formed. Lead iodide is formed. Okay, so let's put into a reaction formation. So what is the reaction? That is Ki plus what is that is PbNO3. PbNO3 twice what we are going to form? potassium iodide. So what would be the formula? PbI, and it's gonna be 2. Okay, plus what the next, what this is basically, I already explained, this is the yellow precipitates, yellow PPTs, and that is KNO3 would be formed. Let's check the balancing the equation, it is fully balanced or not. KNO3, NO3, NO3, that is twice. PB is PB, K is there, I is 2, K is 1. So yellow precipitates, in this reaction we are going to form it. Okay, so because NO3 is there, NO3 is there, so this is the reaction in which the potassium iodide and lead nitrate, okay, and here in this reaction yellow precipitates are formed. Okay, there is also one another reaction, I guess we can write it down. There is one reaction where yellow PPTs are formed, and the second reaction is that is BaCl2. Let's put the BaCl2 in the reaction of H2SO4. What we are going to form? We are going to form barium sulfate. Barium sulfate. Okay, barium sulfate. Then we have the, what we left, HCl. So plus HCl. So barium sulfate. So here the barium sulfate, white PPTs. Here we have white PPTs are formed. Okay, so this is the evolution of gas. Sorry, formation of precipitates. Let's put the another reaction. Change in color. Third one is change in color. So put third one is change in color. So how we can check changing color is there. So there is a one reaction that we called it changing color. There are multiple reactions you can say. Okay, so we are going to add one reaction, that is milk of potassium. Take the dilute potassium permanganate solution in the test tube. It has a purple color. Add lemon juice drop by drop and shake the test tube. The purple color of the potassium permanganate fades. Ultimately, it becomes colorless. Okay. So let's take the reaction of the potassium permanganate. So let's put potassium permanganate and let's add that reactions into the action. Okay, so we there is also one reaction, calcium oxide. If I'm going to put in H2O, okay, so what is the formation? Calcium hydroxide. That is also known as the, you can say, calcium hydroxide of lime water, you can say. So this is the reaction in which the color is fades. Okay, further if you put another calcium, like in this we react with the, if I put calcium hydroxide, okay, plus we are going to add CO2, again what it going to form? Calcium. Let's put one reaction over here. If I put calcium this plus we are going to add CO2, what we are going to form? CaCO3, calcium carbonate, which is turns milky or white for the reaction. So here is also there is a change in reaction, change in color. Okay, so further this is this, and it changes into the purely white. Okay, the chemical reaction between sulfur dioxide and acidified potassium dichromate solution is satisfied by changing the color orange to green. There is also one reaction that is called sulfur dioxide with potassium dichromate. There is also change in color from orange to green. And let's this is done. Let's move to the change in temperature. Change in temperature. So let's take, we have already used the magnesium oxide reaction, so we can also take the example of that one also. Okay, so heat change in temperature, you can also take an example of calcium lime water plus uh, water gives you the calcium hydroxide plus heat. So it is again change in temperature, you can say. And so you can also add this reaction, that example of that change in temperature. Let's move to the next one. Change in state. Change in state, we can say change in state. Very easy example, burning of candle. That is very change in state. First of all, we have a solid of candle. When we when we burn it, then it completely burn into a wax. So there is a change in the state. First, like burning of candle, you know, if you burn it, like the state is going to be a changed. Okay, so let's move to the next section. We have types of reactions we are going to introduce. Okay, so let's begin with the types of reactions. So first type of reactions is combination reaction. Types of reactions, I'm just taking a fast track. Types of reactions, chemical reactions. Okay, so first one is combination reaction. Combination means combine. Addition. So let's put one reaction over here. When two or more substances combine, when two or more substances combine to form new product, or to form a single product, to form a new product, or to form a single product or new substance, you can single substance or new substance, that is called the combination reaction. Let's take an example. Combination reaction, C plus O2, CO2. The simple, if we take the, again we can take 2 Mg plus O2 give you 2 MgO. That's again a combination reaction. 2H2 plus O2 give you 2H2O, that is water. Again it is a combination reaction. If we put H2 plus Cl2, 2HCl, again a chemical combination reaction. 2Na plus Cl2, 2NaCl, again a combination reaction. If we put iron plus sulfur, what we are going to form, that is iron sulfate. And we have also one reaction that is called the combination reaction, that is calcium oxide plus water, that is again calcium hydroxide is formation, right? So this way we are getting all the chemical combination reactions. Okay, so let's move to the decomposition reactions. What is decomposition reactions? Decomposition reactions, decompose. What do you mean by decomposition? There is the answer over here. Decomposition. When one compound splits into two or more simpler substance. Decompose. When one big component is splits into the two simpler formation, that is called the decomposition reaction. Okay. So let's move to the chemical reactions, that is calcium carbonate. If I'm going to pass a heat, okay, so it splits into calcium oxide plus carbon dioxide. So this is the heat. Heat is position, that is called thermal decomposition. Thermal decomposition. So let's take an example. Basically, it's a reaction that is called a decomposition, but it is thermal decomposition. What is thermal decomposition? In thermal decomposition, heat is passed, or the reaction is carried out in the presence of heat. That is called the thermal decomposition. Okay, so in next video we are going to continue the rest of the reactions. Thank you so much for watching this video. Have a great day.